This is JordanTower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. All right, we talked about this earlier. Turk was out of line. Turk is upset because he isn't being embraced back into Cash Money. Everybody's friends, and Turk is left out. Of course, Lil Wayne isn't going to be the same with everybody. He was betrayed by Birdman. He's cool with Birdman, but betrayed by him. $50 million is a lot of money. Plus, he did dirty business with Drake and Nicki a little bit. And that all got fixed. But just because things get fixed doesn't mean things go back to normal. Now, Turk thought he was owed a bunch of money when he came home from jail. And that lawsuit went nowhere for Birdman. Right now, Turk is taking this agency to court that kicked him off the tour because he had beef with BG while he was on tour, on the Cash Money tour. Made things awkward. Then he's not featured on Juvenile's album and all this other stuff, and he's in his feelings. Then he starts coming for people's, like, oh, you're not all that. I'm better than you. No, you're not. Juvenile has classic records. Turk, and you know what? I don't even like talking about this like with Turk, you know? Turk did his thing. Cash Money, Hot Boys was a thing. Turk went to jail and didn't recover when he came back. He dropped an album with Koch and it just wasn't the same. Now, Juvenile recently released an album, didn't put him on it. So Juvenile was forced to respond because he just went off on Juvenile for no reason. Juvenile still has 3 million monthly listeners. Turk, it's sad, you know, I hate having to do this, man, because like, but Turk has like 5,000, right? There's two pages. I don't even know which one to go to. Hot Boy Turk. I assume this is the one because it says Joseph Deluxe 2. This is his album. I mean, 5,000 monthly listeners, bro. Like nobody's checking for the new Turk album. I'm sorry, you know. Some of these only have 1,000 listens. You know. So, you know, Juvenile responded, and he just says, yo, bro, you're the weakest link, bro. Basically, you know, like, you're people, you have a couple classic songs, like one or two. He says, you're trash. You have one solo Turk song that anybody ever liked on your album. Flop, drop, all that kind of stuff. Then he says, let's not forget why you really left New Orleans. Forgot about your little juvie Tuesday incident in the bathroom. You a bum? I don't think Turk's broke, but he says, you're broke, crying like a girl. We eating over here. I fed you for 2 years. Now the money ran out. I don't think Turk's broke, all right? I think Turk gets angry too quickly and goes off on people. I've seen him do this multiple times with people online, and he ruins relationships, and it's unfortunate. It's better everybody's together, but I don't think that's possible at this point, you know? Too bad. Okay, Atlanta Hood Historian. I messed with that page. It said, damn, Pooh Shiesty and NEM Rob Gucci Man in the studio. Now, we already talked about this. I don't believe that happened. I don't believe that. Gucci Man would respond. Something would happen here. Pooh Shiesty's upset about his deal. That's obvious, right? With all these rumors going around, right? That's what's going on here. Now, we'll get to more of that later, but I'll tell you what I really believe is going on. Vibes Cartel, that I think it's is it Trinidad? That the promoter's from Trinidad, and he wasn't able to go to Trinidad for like a Caribbean festival because they didn't pay all of his money. He requires his fee up front, and he didn't get it, so he didn't go. Trying to bring him to court over that now, but that's not going to go anywhere. I don't know. All right, so Max B drops his label. EMG drops the first artist, Shice Vader. I don't know. I haven't heard of Shice Vader before him, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, so they dropped a song. Max B's doing his thing. He's getting right to work. A lot of people need to learn from this. You come home from jail, You don't wait till everything's perfect. You get right to work. And he's getting right to work. Is the music the same? No. But he's working. And he's giving people what they want. He still has classic mixtapes and everything and songs. And he's performing. And he's making his money. And he's getting back to it. I think he's recouping a lot of the money he would have missed out on. You know? And I like that French Montana is helping him out. That was very important to me in my head. Like, I was like, French gotta look out for him because he looked out for French before. He gave French a boost and made people take it more serious. And French flourished after that. Let's be real, right? So I think French is paying him back properly. I think this is perfect, man. So, you know, is the music not hitting the... There's a couple... I'm glad... French Montana gave him a hit, too. On 3.5 right there. Ever Since You Left Me. It's a hit record. Now, Max, did he connect on it? I wish they didn't rush that out. I wish someone kept it real with Max and said, take the auto-tune off. Just do your thing on it. Do your thing. That Max could have killed that record. He could have. The auto-tune wasn't it. But if Max just did his thing, if they coached him more on it, would have been out of here. It's still going to be out of here in a way, but it would have really been out of here if Max connected on it. I remember them playing the snippet. Remember when, back when that happened, and I said, this is the record right here. This one's out of here right here. Max B says he tried to bring out Juelz Santana to his concert. I was going to get you loopy, my guy. It's all love, though. Juelz got to realize, Jim Jones didn't put you on the podcast, bro. He didn't put you on the podcast. Jim Jones is only booked with you. Jim Jones messes with you when it's convenient. Jim Jones tricked you into going against Camron with him because that was his plan when he was like, I'm free of Camron. Not even free. Like, I'm out here now. I got ballin'. Time to go against Cam. That was a bad move. I even told Juelz that. When I was working with him, I said, this going against Camron thing, I don't know. He brushed it off. But I was like, you got Skull Gang and everything, but it ain't the same as you guys all being together and having your own movements. And it wasn't. Jim Jones tricked him out of his own career. That's deep. So Herbo unfollows Lil Baby because of the whole Ari thing. Ari didn't even address it. Ari went live. She said, you guys on my time. I'll address things when I want to address them. Then why'd you tease everybody for you to come on there? You know what? You smashed them. You smashed Lil Baby. You smash Offset. I believe all those rumors. Ari is just, she's just for the streets, bro. Moneybag Yo, tighten up, bro. You gonna raise little Herbo, son? You got your own kids. Let her go. Let her free, bro. Let her run. Let her go. She ain't got no talent anyways. She's just famous for no reason. Release her to the streets. All right, so then we got, people trying to say, Jada Pinkett, I owe you an apology. I read Will's book and your book, and I understand now. You're a Virgo. Get out of here with that. She cheated on Will with his son's friend, bro? Come on, bro. What's the guy's name again? I forget the singer's name. It's been a minute since he dropped anything. He was nice for a minute, too. What's his name again? I don't care. I can't remember. It's crazy. When someone's out of the spotlight for like 5, 6, 7 years, and he made like kind of an impact, but not really. I can't remember his name now. It'll come to me later. But that was nasty, bro. She mistreats Will. She got Will like all... Dude, Will's crazy now, bro, because of her. Of course, single women reacting to it. are gonna. I mean, no disrespect to anyone that's listening to. If you're a single woman, I know some women are bitter. I'm not all women, right? There's women are like, Jade cutting her so much slack. Listen, man, guys can destroy women and confidence, and women can destroy a guy's confidence. It goes both ways. They're not an even-keeled relationship. It's driving me crazy. I can't remember that guy's name. What's his name? It starts with an A, right? Yeah, whatever. All right, so Academic says that Blueface is in a horrible contract with Whack 100 because he signed a Whack 100 and Whack 100 manages him. It's a conflict of interest. That's a fact. Blueface giving up a lot of money to Whack 100. No wonder Whack 100 was buying Porsches and all that in the beginning. He's like, I'm about to cake. Blueface got a new song with Stunner Girl. This is who we should date. She look good, and they can make music together, and she crazy too. So this would be great for social media. This is who he should lock in with right now. T.I. thinks he's Rasta, bro. Yo, he does a whole movie about him cutting his struggle braids off because but he's cutting them off like he's freeing himself. Bro, you're only cutting them off because you had a bald spot in the back of your head, and it got caught on camera, and you said it was AI. Then why are you cutting them off? And he says, I'm back because it's easier to manage this. You can Beijing the back, and you filled in. You do the shorty low. R.I.P. to my friend Shorty Low. You can do the shorty low in the back and cover it up. A$AP Rocky does an interview with Academics. He's on the bro. Where is A$AP Rocky, bro? Like the new album he has is not it. Where's the old A$AP? You can do an updated version of the old A$AP. Nobody wants you to stay the same, but like, bro, what is this? He sold 130,000 units because they sold vinyls early. It's going to do well the first week. It was already going to do like 20, 30,000 just streaming wise, but they guaranteed 100,000, over 100,000 because of the vinyl. So he's on here. Yo, we don't wake up. Shade Room and all that. We wake up. Glazing Academic says, you wake up and watch Academics. You got to tell us what to listen to. You the tastemaker. Okay. Academics is important to the culture, but bro, it's obvious you're like, help me. Just tell him this. Help me sell my album, bro. Get me hot again. Everybody's addicted to the fame. Yeah, he's got the money locked in. Him and Rihanna locked in. The money's good, right? But everybody wants that fame. I'm telling you, it's addicting. We already talked about Lavish Cartel. Okay, so Camron and JCole. Camron dismisses the universal part of his case against JCole. JCole didn't pay him for the feature on an album because they were going to do a swap. JCole was supposed to come on his show, It Is What It Is. Or Talk with Flea, one of them, right? He didn't do any of them. He curbed him a million times, right? And to get his attention, Camron took him to court for a lot of money, $500,000 or something like that, right? So I guess they might have worked something out. We'll see. J. Cole's album drops in a few weeks. We'll see what happens. Maybe he cut him a check out of that. I don't know. What's happening with Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Man is I'm predicting this is just a renegotiation of a contract. He's hot, came out of jail, kept his buzz, probably wants a renegotiation of a contract because Gucci's probably taking a little too much for him. And, you can't just sign away a contract. He signed to Atlantic, okay? He signed to 1017 Atlantic. You can't just beat somebody up and have them sign a, contract. That doesn't work, okay? I don't care how the story is told with Suge Knight and the Eazy-E thing. Yeah, the pressure might have been applied, but it was done in a certain way where Dr. Dre was moved, and I think he was moved internally in the Interscope system, so it was easier. It wasn't moving one record label to another. But hey, Because NWA, right? NWA was signed to. What were they signed to? Interscope. Ruthless, Priority, Interscope, Capital. It's all this same system, see? They were signed to Ruthless Records, founded by Eazy-E, and also distributed through Priority Records, becoming a major player in the 1980s, groundbreaking, blah, blah, blah. And Priority, if I'm not mistaken, was under Interscope. But hey, that was a long time ago, right? But it makes sense. All right, so no ruling in the Bankroll Freddy federal appeal yet. He's doing a federal appeal because there's always things changing in the legal system, and he should get lesser time than what I think he got 12 years. I think it reduces it down to 5 or 4. He's been in there for a few years. They're thinking maybe he does another year, gets time served. We'll see. Also, let's end this. Shout out to Lavish_P, okay, on Instagram. Make sure you go follow him. He's the one who's bringing back PM Dawn Set Adrift Memory Bliss, all right? He's doing the dance online. It's getting crazy. And that's a classic song. Classic, okay? And Universal should holla at him and collab with him at least. Cut him a check for some promo because he's bringing a lot of life back into that song, right? And this shows that he has equity on Instagram. And that is worth a lot. And they should start doing different things with him because he's funny, and they should show him some love, man. Why not? These record labels got to wake up, man. The music industry isn't doing so well, and they need to, let him pick what he wants to work with. Let it be organic, Anyways, this is JordanTower with JT News. Shout out to everybody, man, and I hope everyone's doing well in 2026. And, the year's just started. Things are kind of, slow right now, but they'll pick up. Anyways, it's JordanTower with JT News. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everybody. Love y'all. Hit that like button and share, and I'll check you on the next one.